Hey, what's up everybody out there on watching this video on YouTube? So I'm not the best at doing these reviews. So there's better reviewers out there and I would give them some shots out, but I don't remember all their names right now off the top of my head. But let me tell you this. So money burns a hole in my pocket, and that's not necessarily a good thing, because a lot of times when I go out there and purchase these electronics, and sometimes it builds up credit card debt. So a lot of times I see in the comments, people are like, "Oh, how does this person afford that?" Well, people are putting it on their credit card and getting in high debt. So anyway, to me, for the most part, most of the stuff is affordable. You may have to, like I said, save up money or do whatever, but the stuff is affordable, and it's consumer level electronics. So I don't really think too much about it. But anyway, so I've been. A couple of minutes ago, I was sitting on, in my gaming chair, playing Fallout Shelter, and I started thinking, well, hey, maybe I should buy the JBL Xtreme 2. And I've been watching reviews on it back and forth, and a lot of people are saying that the JBL Xtreme 2 really, it's not worth the upgrade. And there's some, there's different issues that people have talked about the new JBL Xtreme 2. So they said that the actual clips, the way they have the clips made on the newer one, is kind of irritating how it's made, and they said it causes a little bit of wear and tear of removing these clips. Now, the clip that I have on this right now is not the original clip that came with the JBL Xtreme. This actually came off of Mountain Smith bag, and the reason why I put this whole strap on here, sorry, I was saying clip, but the reason why I put this whole strap on here is because of this shoulder strap, and because I got tired of it like digging into my neck and stuff. And a lot of times I go by different camping stores and different outlets to see if they have different straps, so I can even make it even better, because this thing can really dig into your neck if you don't have this padding on here. So anyway, with JBL though, on this speaker, on this JBL Xtreme, is that even though it is an outdoor speaker, the radiator is exposed. So that, depending on how careful you are with the speaker, you still risk damaging the speaker by puncturing this radiator. Now, I've touched it a couple times. I've rinsed it off with water, different stuff. It hasn't done any damage. But for it to be an outdoor rugged speaker, truthfully, I think it should be made a whole lot differently. I have some Bravin Pros, and I think I left them upstairs. Is it over there? Yeah, I got them upstairs on the charger. Well, anyway, those speakers are completely, they have a metal grill. There's this sealed cap over the outlet portion of the back. So to me, that's more designed, better designed outdoor rugged speaker, even though this one still is good. But I wouldn't, I'm really careful with my electronics for the most part. I mean, a lot of times I have dropped my electronics by accident, but for the most part, I keep my stuff in really good condition. And I'm not really putting this through the rigors of other stuff that you see in the videos where people are dumping them in water and all this stuff. I'm just taking it to a park, playing it, and and taking my happy self back home. But for further iterations, I think for Bluetooth speakers, what we really need to start seeing is that speakers need to become smart speakers. Now, they say some of these speakers are smart speakers because it is detecting when you're saying stuff to hear when you're on your phone and you're saying using Google or whatever. But one thing I would like to see is the speaker to start being able to select the environment and everything that you're playing in. Let's say, for instance, because I listen to ignorant rap music. I listen to music that cusses. I listen to all kinds of stuff. And a lot of times when you take these speakers out in the park, you're just like, you really can't, to be respectful, you really can't blast, ignorant, music that's going to cuss around a bunch of kids or families or whatever. So I really wish that Bluetooth speakers would start having some selection, being like, okay, this is the, explicit content. This is the outdoor party stuff. This is the, you can create your playlist like that. But like I said, I would love to see more integration with speakers being actually smart speakers, kind of sensing the environment and the places you're in, so you can play. Because even at work, if you're, whatever music you're listening to, you're playing the radio friendly version of whatever their song at work. or whatever, and then when you're in your car, you're playing whatever, you're playing the dirty version or whatever. But like I said, I would like to see speakers get smarter with that kind of technology. Okay, a lot of times on these videos too, that people are playing the speaker and they're saying, okay, here's how it sounds. Well, that really doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because I mean, I know if they say it sounds good, I understand that, but the thing though is the acoustics of where you place these speakers in your home is always going to be different. Sometimes it's going to sound better. I notice that a lot of music just sounds better when I'm in the shower. A lot of times I'll take my Bluetooth speakers not directly in the shower, but I'll put them on the curtain rod or whatever, and that's where my music sounds the best in my home. I was reading an article online. They're saying, yeah, you have to play around, So some of those times when I see these reviews, I think they're kind of skewed by the sound. They're talking about the sound because they haven't tried it in all these different environments. And I got this camouflage flashlight sitting here. I got to put new batteries in there. It's like, I don't know, it's like some AA batteries or something like that. But anyway, I diverted off the topic. But anyway, so with these speakers, it's important to take into note that where you're playing it at. Also, one of the things I like to actually play, there's a feature on the Galaxy Note 8 that allows you to do dual pairing. And even if let's say if I have another brand of JBL or just another brand of speaker, I'm able to play my music on two speakers. But the problem is there is a sync issue. And a lot of times you hear that latency in one speaker and the other speaker. Now, I don't know. I've read different methods of fixing it, and sometimes it has worked, but other times it doesn't. But a lot of times, even with the built-in features of, I like the built-in. This speaker doesn't really have the JBL Connect Plus feature, which I wish it did. But I like the JBL Plus Connect feature better than Sony's feature because it's easier to do. I like being able to sync two speakers by pushing one button versus pushing a combination of buttons in order to get that to work. And then also too is like I have various Sony speakers and I've ran into problems with latency, not connecting, the app is crap, all kinds of stuff. For the most part, and even with Bluetooth speakers, I do not like going through an app to connect my speakers. I just want to go through the Bluetooth settings and set it and be done. And also too is like, and having a solid, way to actually, like an EQ, you want to change the sound like that. I do not like the majority of apps that are connected with any, JBL or Sony, because like I said, sometimes it's hit or miss doing it. So I really wish, like a lot of times, it was actually built into the speaker. And I think some smarter speakers even now have the ability to kind of sense the sound and the acoustics and kind of change it internally. But the more smart these speakers come, the more expensive they are. So whatever. But those are features that, like I said, that need to be improved. But for the most part, I like, I really enjoy the speaker. It still has the 2 charge ports on the back versus the new JBL Xtreme. But I do, like I said, I'm still tempted to buy the JBL the Xtreme 2. But you know what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to wait till it goes on sale. And even this speaker, like I didn't pay full out for. I actually went through Sprint and I'm making like $20 a month. But everyone, you got to be careful, when you go out there, with this electronic stuff, because it is a hobby, but it is an expensive hobby, and I've spent way too much money on doing stuff like this and buying various Bluetooth speakers. I've got Sony speakers, I got JBL speakers, I got Bose speakers, I got all the stuff, and that stuff does build up a hefty amount of debt. But I'm working to pay it off, and I'm doing other stuff, and I'm living life, so it's not all that bad. But just wanted to say that, like I said, and there's other reviewers out there. I don't remember all their names. If you guys want more details, check out those videos, because there's people that do a lot better job of explaining it than me. But this is just me as a consumer, just kind of explaining, from my standpoint, what I think about these speakers. But and also, check out the Note 8, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about the dual audio feature. I'm not sure if that's built into a lot of other phones. I'm a Android guy. I got an Android phone, but I still use Apple products. I got a MacBook, and I got an iPad Pro and an iPad Mini. So, but Apple to me hasn't really done anything revolutionary in a while. So, you know, I'm kind of like, you know, hopefully some new companies come out and innovate people. But right now, I don't know. It's just kind of a lot of stuff to me is just a money grab. But besides that, I'm not a fanboy of any specific company. So before, you know, people comment and say some stupid stuff, I like all stuff. You know, I'm a Windows guy, JBL, all the audio. I check, you know, I try to check the stuff out the best I can. But peace out. And I'm not getting paid by anybody. So, all right. But peace out, everybody. Hope you check this out. Peace.